Excuse me. Is this how I take a wind down Wednesday? I don't always have vanilla, but when I do, it comes straight from the beaver. I don't always have vanilla, but when I do, it comes straight from the beaver. I don't always have vanilla, but when I do, the leaf is in the wind.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in. I have 2 people in the chat, so thank you so much. Oh, there you go. Thanks for being here. This is just a random chat because I dropped my son off at school and I have this time in between. And I thought it'd be a good time to go live. So hopefully people will wake up now. Not used to seeing you on in the morning. I know. It's random. Hello, thank you for coming in. Hold on 1 second now. I didn't tell anybody about this live stream either, so that's another thing. 1 second, I'm going to pull up. Yeah, I had to pull up my other chat. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm slow also in the morning, so give me a second here. I have this book, and I've had it for a while now. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about a little bit. It's been going through my mind since I was sick for like a month. So I wanted to talk a little bit about herbal stuff. Hello, Godna Josh. Godna. Hello, Godna. All right. Well, I have 4 whopping people in here. Woohoo! YouTube famous now. Thanks for coming in, guys. I appreciate it. So I got this book, and you have to be really careful when you purchase this book because there's a lot of people out there that like to imitate this book, or what they do is they copy it, and they'll like the pages will be all screwed up, and then you paid like $50 for a book and it's not right. So you have to make sure it's by these people right down here, and you gotta make sure it looks like this, because if it doesn't, then you purchased a fake book. And they're all over the place. Yeah, the glasses. Yeah, I was going to put my contacts in, but I might take a nap after this. And I thought, well, I don't want to take a nap in my contacts with my contacts in. So, yeah. Sorry, I had to move my keyboard out of the way. But anyway, if you get this book, which I highly suggest getting it, there's a lot of herbal stuff in here, and it's really, really, really interesting. Nicole Applin, she was on Lost, and she is a herbal like biologist. Like she knows tons about plants and stuff like that. So she wrote this book, and actually her whole autobiography is on the back of the book if you get this book. So yeah, this one is you have to be really careful and get the right book, because this one particularly is ripped off a lot, and I don't know why, but it is. And I've seen a lot of complaints. People are like, "Oh, I bought this book and it doesn't have an index in it, and the pages are all screwed up," and like it's because they got ripped off. So just be careful when you're purchasing it that you get it's from those people. It has to have that on the front of it and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, Wickeshire. Thanks for coming in, guys. I appreciate it. And thank you for still being a member, Josh. I appreciate it. Yes, thank you so much. Hello, Wickeshire. Wickeshire. I'm awake. Well, okay, I feel really bad I didn't make Cosmics last night. But I couldn't. I had to get Fred to bed, and we fell asleep in the recliner together. And I had to wake up super early. And I am, if you guys know anything about me, you know that I am not a morning person. It takes me forever to get up in the morning and get moving. And I had to get him up to go to school. So I can't do the late night on the nights that he has to go to school in the morning. It just won't work out for me. So yeah, so I wasn't in the mod chats and on Facebook, and I wasn't anywhere. I just kind of, oh, by the way, I've been watching the 90 Day Fiance. It's called 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, and I've been watching that, and it's just really interesting to me, these people that would give up life in America to go and be with somebody. Some of them are third world countries. One woman gave up her life in America to live in Ethiopia. So I just think that's very interesting. Like, yeah. So, yeah. So I've been watching a lot of that lately. Hello, Garden State Gardener. Hello. Thanks for coming in. But anyway, ever since I was sick, I've been doing like a lot of research, looking up things on the internet and stuff like that of herbal remedies that are like antibiotics and stuff like that. Before I get started in any of this and talk about this, I am not a doctor. I study a lot of herbal remedies and stuff like that, and I have since I was a kid. My grandfather used to do herbal remedies and stuff like that. So I'm well aware of a lot of herbs and I'm quite knowledgeable, but I also am not a doctor, and I don't suggest taking anything unless you talk to a doctor or your herbologist or holistic doctor that knows like what they're talking about more, especially if you're on medication, because there can be certain things that interact. So you just have to be careful. But anyway, I'm in the back of this book, there's a whole bunch of household remedies, stuff like that. Super cool. I highly suggest getting this book. And when I first saw it advertised, I was like, holy shit, because it's like really super expensive, the book is. And it's just, I thought it was ridiculous, the price of it. But I got it for Christmas, and I started going through it, and it's actually a really nice book. How do I do this without turning my page here? But if you look at it, see how easy it is, and then everything's in color. It's just like really, it's like a dumbed down version of an herbal book, and it's super good. It's super cool and super knowledgeable. So I was just going through this, some of this, and yeah. Hey, old ways. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. But I highly suggest, like, okay, so if you're a herbal person like me, you don't just obviously go buy one book, right? I have thousands of books over here. I got my entire closet in this back bedroom is just filled with herbal books. what's something Star. I can't think of her name right now. I have a ton of her books. I have a doctor's huge doctor's book. By the way, this is funny. I bought this book. When did I? Hold on, I'll show you. I'll get it. Hold on. Okay, this book has a funny. I bought this book, right? It's called Healing Remedies. It's a huge book, okay? And it's C. Norman Sheely, MD, and PhD, right? And I bought this book years ago. I don't know if you guys remember Walden's Bookstore before Borders took over. But I bought this at Walden's Bookstore when I was in my early 20s. And it even says in the back of the book, I paid $2 for it. $2. And now you can't even get this book. And if you do find it, it's like $80. So, like I said, I've been doing herbs and stuff for a long time. I don't consider myself like a that's another thing, is like I've been doing herbs for a long time. I just don't want to consider myself like a huge herbalist because I'm not. I have a horrible recollection of things, and I'm not as professional as some herbalists. Like, oh yeah, you put the doohickey in there, and then I'm just not up on my vocabulary, and so I don't want to come off as like this giant herbalist, but I've been studying it for a very long time, and I'm very knowledgeable. I just don't want to like put myself out there as like this fancy herbal person when I'm not. So, but anyway, that's that book. And I thought it was kind of funny that we went back. Crystal from Copper Kettle Farms came up on my panel, and we were talking about it one day, and she's like, wow, that book is like $80 now. And I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, I bought it for like $2 like 20 years ago. Like, yeah, I just don't want to consider myself like I don't know. I've never went to school for it or anything, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't consider myself like a PhD or something. I'm just not that kind of person. Yeah, they were going out of business a long time ago. Hey, Shift Kicker, thanks for coming in. Good morning, Shift Kicker. Good morning. I should have had a cup of tea. That's what I should have had. I buy all my, discount. You know what's really good? Okay. And I wouldn't say the Goodwill anymore. I'm totally against the Goodwill, and I'll tell you why. What they do is they get a bunch of crap for free, and then they turn around and sell it for astronomical amounts. I couldn't believe it. They had these one lamps in there. I thought they were so cool. They were like from the 70s, and they were like these big, bold lamps. And hey, Grubby, thanks for coming in. And they were like these big, and they had the circle shades, which are popular if you're into the retro thing. Like the circle lampshades are really in, okay, from that time period. But anyway, so I go to I'm like, I like this. I mean, if they're the right price, I buy them. They're pretty cool, like pretty retro. They were like $60 or something. And I was like, I could buy a brand new set of lamps at Lowe's for $60. I'm not gonna buy that at the Goodwill. Like, there's just it just makes me mad. It makes me really, really mad that they do that. But anyway, there is another thrift store in my area. It's Amish, and they have a lot of books. And so you can go there and get books for so cheap. I got so many cool different type of canning books actually from there. Ball canning books and different types of stuff. And so yeah, I live in like an Amish community, not too far from me, and about 20 minutes away actually. And it's really big in Ohio and stuff like that. So but anyway, I go there sometimes and they have really good deals on stuff. And the books are one thing that's really, really cool if you can find the right ones. Some of them are not so hot. Like you have to really look, but yeah. Yeah. Grubby, thank you for coming in. I love lampshades. Keeps me from chewing the scabs off my knees. Don't ask why I have those scabs. Okay. Thanks, Wickshire. um can always count on you to either one, say something so off the wall and weird, or two, make me laugh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I couldn't believe that. Maybe I was in a ritzy neighborhood and that's what they felt like they could get out of people. I don't know, but I was not impressed. Yeah, yeah. They have a lot of you really if you want a really cool um canning books and stuff, the thrift stores have like canning books galore because what people do is they go through like particularly COVID. That's a perfect example. People go through a phase. I was into canning before COVID happened, you know? So people go through a phase and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to start canning." And then everybody starts thinking that way. And then before you know it, there are no mason jars or anything on the shelves, and people just go insane. But then after all of this, now you could look for the deals. You could go on Facebook. People are getting rid of their canners and stuff like that because they don't want to do that long term. They're not interested in it at all. And some of the stuff has never been used. So you could go through your Facebook marketplace and everything else and um find stuff really inexpensive or one time I bought a stainless steel water bath canner that nobody had they had it but they didn't use it, so I got it for like $10. Huge like pot, stainless steel. So yeah. Derailing the conversation one comment at a time. I made mint on trash day in the uppity parts of Boston suburbs. Oh, I'm sure you did. Yeah, I'm sure. um But anyway, this book is the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. I highly suggest getting it. Just make sure where you're buying it from because people, for some reason, just love to rip this book off. Some of them impulse bought just yeah, like seriously, that's the problem with people. Um, yeah, they just like, oh, SHTF, I'm gonna buy toilet paper. They don't think. And so, yeah. So I thought I'd just go over some of the stuff that's in this book. One is activated charcoal, and I think this is really cool. It's good for food poisoning, snake bites, poisonous spider bites, and insect bites. Um, and this is funny, right? It talks about there's a warning in here, which is so funny. And it's funny to think that maybe that somebody would even think about this, but you have to put it in here. It's activated charcoal is not the same as the charcoal that you put in your barbecue. So, if you bought some mesquite charcoal to put in your barbecue, that is not the same, y'all. That is not the same. I know rich people will throw. Yes, yes. I live in an area like I kind of. I'm not rich by all means, but I live in an area that has. There's a house down the street from me that's worth $1 million, or $500,000. So yes, people throw out anything and everything on the curb, and it's kind of funny, like brand new vacuums and stuff like that, and it's insane what people throw out. Yeah. Gardening and prepping. Oh, sorry. Problem in Tennessee, they sell 5-gallon buckets of rust for a few hundred. Oh gosh. Wickshire and Old Ways, you both live in Tennessee, just an FYI. But yeah, so just a warning on the activated charcoal, please do not use barbecue charcoal and think that's okay. Okay, it says drink 12 to 15 glasses of water daily when taking activated charcoal. So if you guys are taking it because you have food poisoning, if you get a snake bite, or if you had a spider bite, even you can use this. It says you can use it if you got bit by a black widow spider, brown recluse. Um, if you mix the activated charcoal with coconut oil, you can put it directly on your wound. I know. I know, Gunslinger. What are you doing in here? Hi. Thanks for coming in. What else? Oh, the best resale yard sale. Court don't give me shit on that. Referring to earlier thrift shop. It's all good. I mean, you gotta make a buck, but it irritates me. Goodwill just irritates me in general. It just does. You're getting the stuff for free, man. Like, it just bothers me. But anyway, apparently activated charcoal is great. Also, if you mix it with aloe vera, it's really good for acne. Selling buckets of rust. There's other things in here. It talks about bleach, boric acid, stuff like that. I'm not going to go over those because it's highly dangerous to use stuff like that. So I would definitely suggest reading up and knowing what you're doing before you use bleach and boric acid on different types of stuff. However, I mean, it does talk about ear and boric acid on as an eye wash, swimmer's ear, and stuff like that. So I guess I could have people come up if they want to. I didn't even think about that. I'm sorry. It's early in the morning and I'm slow. I'm very slow. Yes, I'm up early. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Oh, Lord. All right, here you go. I'm sorry. I'm super slow and my stomach hurts and everything else this morning. There y'all go. If you want to come up and hang out, appreciate it. There's so many good things. Like, you might want to consider growing cayenne pepper in your garden this year because it does more than just spice up your food. It's good for your chickens as well. But there's so many medicinal uses for cayenne pepper. It's insane. It says it stops bleeding. You can use it for a clot stopper. Also, colds and flus, sore throats. I mean, there's just a huge long list, and it shows you how to make it into a salve for arthritis, immune system boosters. It says it's really good for diabetes and blood sugar, which is interesting. I love how they put the warning in there. Use gloves. Well, yes, cayenne pepper is hot, so you might not want to put your hands on it. It says it's good for cold and flu prevention. However, what I'm looking for is an antibiotic. I'm not looking for a preventer. I'm looking for something that I can take that would be all natural and wouldn't strip my stomach of all of its good properties. Purple dead nettles are delicious. Yes, I get those in my yard. Also utilize hydrogen peroxide. Yarrow is the best bleed stop. Thank you, Old Ways. I'm developing cayenne in Kentucky. Jelly spice up the love life. Interesting. So you're putting it on your junk? Is that what you're saying? Because if you are, I feel really sorry for you. I do. I feel sorry for you. Would a bottle of cayenne hot sauce help a cold go away faster? It might. I don't know. I mean, it says for flu prevention, and cold prevention. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I would say a Bloody Mary with some cayenne hot sauce in it might help a cold, you know? Like, why not? Or you could, if you're not interested in the alcohol part of it, you could make up, a bloody, tomato juice and put those stuff in it, the mix in there without the alcohol, and use, instead of using Tabasco, use cayenne pepper, you know. That wouldn't be bad for a cold. I know a lot of people that drink use Bloody Marys for a hangover remedy. So, yeah, fire cider. That's another thing though, is I never had a fire cider. Do I have no, I don't. I don't have a fire starter book, but there's a book out there. The only reason why I didn't get it is because I don't think I would drink it because I'm really weird about food and stuff like that. And if I had the book, I don't think I would do any of the stuff that's in there. And two, um, I was afraid that some of that stuff would hurt my stomach. My stomach is so sensitive to stuff right now, and hot stuff, and I just don't know if I could do it. Um, yeah, I definitely wouldn't use cayenne pepper as a KY jelly, a Wickshire, unless you're some kind of masochist. um, yeah, definitely not a thing you want to do. Thanks, Gunslinger. Anything else you want to throw at me today? I am really weird about my food. I don't eat a lot of meat, and I am picky. So there's that. I don't think so. I've been to the doctor multiple times. I've been diagnosed with different things. So I don't think so. I do have massive heartburn all the time, getting kind of sick of it. And I stopped taking Prilosec because, I don't want to get cancer and die. So there's that. But so I'm actually buying papaya pills here, and I just waiting because they're like 16. Oh, this is what pisses me off, okay? They're 16.99, the pills are on Amazon. But in order to get free shipping, you have to spend $25. So I'm trying to figure out what I can buy between 16.99 and 25 bucks so I can get my free freaking shipping. I know. And I have Amazon Prime, okay, but it's so complicated, the situation at hand, because I accidentally had two Amazon accounts for some reason. One on my phone and one on the computer. They weren't the same. So I have Amazon Prime and my husband bought it. And so I went to add it to my account, and it added it to an account that I never use. So I had to cancel it, like that portion. I had to take that out, right? So when I did, they said I couldn't use or add Amazon Prime to my other account for like 180 days. So, yeah. What's a gimmick? Sorry. I'm Turmeric capsules and grapefruit seed extract are my miracle cures for everything that feels bad for me. Yeah, I understand why. I mean, turmeric is an anti-inflammatory. So I'm sure that would just, it makes you feel good. That's funny, Gunslinger. Yeah, you gotta make it to 20. I know. I'm weird. Grow herbs, blender the pickle out of them and consume raw and avoid drinking citrus. I'm allergic to orange juice, so yeah, I don't drink citrus and I don't drink orange juice or anything like that. My stomach isn't as wonky as it was. Even helps when my back is inflamed. Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that. I don't have any inflammatory problems with myself except for my neck. Um, I blame that on heavy metal concerts of my past. Um, so I think I have a serious nerve problem in my neck. And so I have like this thing that comes all the way up and it goes into the back of my head. And that always hurts. And I have to go to a chiropractor to get my neck adjusted. They usually like he cracks my head like specific way. When he does that, it relieves all that pressure. Um, so yeah, aloe juice works well for heartburn. Great idea. I didn't think about that. I don't really mind it that much. It is really weird. I don't know. Have you guys ever drank aloe juice before? I used to go when I worked at this big company. And on my lunch break, I used to go to this, it's called a food fair. It is a all organic grocery store. So I used to go there on my lunch and I used to get these aloe drinks, right? And I got this aloe drink and it was so chunky. If you've never had an aloe drink, you're like, holy crap, what the hell am I drinking? Because it's like chunky, but it's weird. It's really weird. If you have a weird thing with texture, it would totally make somebody throw up. Like, but it's not bad. I don't think it's bad, but if you're not expecting the chunky aloe in those drinks, it would totally make you throw up. I can't stand the texture of aloe drink. Feels like something we're trying to exactly. 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 It's interesting for sure. Okay, so you can make cayenne pepper in a salve. It's good for achy, whatever. Um, you can make a ginger cayenne salve as well, which would probably both be really, really hot. So you got to be careful with that. And obviously, you want to use gloves when applying that. You, unless you're Wickshire, he doesn't care. He just slaps it on. Um, avoided it. Oh God, you guys are cracking me up. Um, I didn't know this. Okay, so the next thing is cinnamon is on the list. And by the way, I would take cinnamon. Um, I I am not a diabetic. I eat very well. However, I watch and there for a while I was taking cinnamon pills. So it's very good to lower your blood sugar, lowers your cholesterol and stuff like that, which there for a while after I had my son, my cholesterol was super high. And it was probably because I had gestational diabetes and I kind of did the Atkins diet while I was pregnant. Although you can't completely cut out carbohydrates when you're pregnant because your baby needs those. So I still had like apples and stuff like that. But anyway, I after I had my son, they said I had high cholesterol. So I was drinking red wine, dry red wine, and I was you're killing me, Billy. You're killing me, Billy. I was drinking dry red wine, taking garlic pills, and I was taking cinnamon, and it completely knocked all that out. Like, I don't have high cholesterol anymore or anything like that. I blame my high cholesterol on the Atkins diet or keto, because when you're on keto, you eat nothing but high protein and stuff like that. And so I do blame it on that. Um, you still need to have carbs, you know. I still eat carbs, but it's, you know. So anyway, this reduces your triglycerides and cholesterol. I don't know. It says that it helps with Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease. I don't know. I've never read any tests or anything like that to or seen any results in that. That would be something that you would want to probably research yourself. It says it's an anti-inflammatory. It's good for heart disease, HIV, antibacterial, and antifungal. Um, oh, okay. And it says don't give it to your animals. And also don't take it in large amounts, which is fine. I was taking it in pill form, so it's not like I was just downing cinnamon. Diabetes. Yes. Yes. I loved those commercials. That guy's awesome. Didn't he also do the oatmeal commercials? I think he did. I think he did. He did oatmeal commercials. Okay, here's another one that this is what gets me. Okay. I'm in like all of these chicken groups. Okay. And most of the time I don't say anything because half the time these people piss me off. So I just don't say anything whatsoever. Um, I'm just one of these people that I believe in medicine when it's necessary for your chickens, but if you can cure it with an herbal remedy first, use the herbal remedy first. Don't just give your chickens medicine unneededly. So I'm a huge DE or diatomaceous earth believer, I guess you'd say. Some of those chicken groups will not allow you to even talk about that, which is so obnoxious. I'm so isolated out here. What? You don't remember him? Diabetes, yes. Um, yes. By the way, Ginger, which is super funny, that McDonald's tea, one, it's amazing. Like I haven't had it in like 20 years because I refuse. It's amazing though. But oh my god, there is so much sugar in it. It's insane. Like that's a no-no. That's a no-no. But anyway, they talk about DE in here. A lot of people don't know this, but you can actually eat DE if it's food grade. It has to be food grade. So don't just like go to your your bug place, your local bug place and or pest control place and be like, "I want some DE." Because that's going to be like toxic. But yes, you can actually get food grade DE. You can sprinkle it in your food and you can eat it. And you can give it to your dogs, stuff like that. It's good for cleaning your teeth, toothpaste. You can make toothpaste out of DE. It helps with heart health. Apparently, it detoxifies your body. For dust baths, yeah, the birds love it. Yes. I know someone who is freaking taking borax, flipped me out. What the hell is wrong with people? Yo! Hey, Abby. Thanks for coming in. Before school. Oh, Lord. Thanks for coming in and supporting. I appreciate you. Abby is showing her face on YouTube now because she's an adult. So that's kind of exciting. By the way, it kills parasites and it's good for joint and bone health, they said. Now, I've never done any research on that either. That is what the book says. You can do your own research on Google or wherever you like, DuckDuckGo, wherever you like to do your searches and do the search and read it yourself. But that is what they claim. You mix a teaspoon of diatomaceous earth in a glass of water and you can drink it an hour before eating. And you repeat this dose for 10 days. Then wait 10 days before repeating the cycle. That's interesting. I wonder if it would help my stomach. But I don't know if I want to just mix it with water. That's the thing. I've heard of people sprinkling it on their food. But apparently it gets out heavy metals and it flushes them out of your body, which is cool. Huh. This is hilarious, right? In this book. This is funny. It says, warning, diatomaceous earth is fine abrasive powder. It can be harmful if you inhale it, which it can be. It can like tear up your lungs. And if you get it in your eyes. Wear proper protective clothing when using it. So I always dress like a scientist and wear goggles and a white coat, and then I sprinkle it in my water and then I drink it. Oh, Lord. But yeah, DE is good. It's good stuff. And I use it for my birds. So I highly suggest taking it because if it's good for your birds, it's good for you. Old ways, gardening, prepping, genetic lineage, cleaning, like we had played with the lawn darts as kids. Yeah, I hear you on that. Yeah, I hear you on that always. Literally went to their house on a secret mission to find and take her borax. She read it would help fix what was wrong with her. All right, well, I can go to the page of borax here. And let's see. I don't know if I would want boric acid. Okay. I didn't want to go over it, but we can. Let's see here. Boric acid should never be taken orally. It says right here in this book. Do not take it orally. You can use it for treating yeast infections. You can use it as an eye wash for contagious eye infections, like pink eye, which I just had. Nail fungus, athlete's foot, jock itch. Let's see what you have to do to. You take 1/8 of a teaspoon of pharmaceutical grade borax. This is for an eye wash, by the way. 1/8 teaspoon of pharmaceutical grade boric acid powder to a cup of distilled water, boiling. Sterilize the jar and lid and spoon and sterilize the pressure cook. Sterilize in a pressure cooker or by boiling in 10 minutes. Place the boiling water into a sterile jar and allow it to cool. Mix the boric acid into a sterilized water and stir it with a sterilized spoon until it's completely dissolved. Use the eye wash up to 3 times a day as needed. And then always use, so you can add it straight to your eyes. That's probably what's wrong with her now. Yeah, you're not supposed to like eat it or consume it. I definitely wouldn't do that. It can be placed topically, but definitely do not consume that crap, man. What the hell? Oh, you're gonna go be a grown-up gunslinger? Oh, Have fun adulting. You guys are cracking me up. There's so much that I missed. You did the right thing masking up. Yeah, I totally sometimes I just turn my head. Like if I'm messing with DE, I just turn my head so I don't breathe it in. But yeah, you probably should mask up. It is totally not good to breathe in. Another one that's on this list is Epsom salts. And I've heard of it helping for a lot of different things. It's highly overrated. Have fun adulting. So Epsom salts can be used. I know that you could put a little bit in your bathtub. I don't have a bathtub, but you can put a little bit in your bathtub to help with different things, muscles, bones, and stuff like that. It says it detoxifies the body, reduces inflammation, which I know it reduces inflammation. It really helps. Um, and you could benefit from an Epsom salt soak. It says. So this is all really good information. However, this stuff on the back of this book, I really think that you could get from any other book. I don't think. I mean, the only thing that she actually did is dumb this down, but I really think you could get this from any herbal book, any herbal remedy book. So this part of the book is you could get anywhere. Here at the Shire, we have plenty of mud to mess around in and all limited time to just plant grass seeds. Yeah. Okay, so then the next one is an herbal remedy. It's Listerine, which is very interesting. It kills bacteria. It's good to get rid of lice, and I know that for a fact. I did that for my stepdaughter when she was younger. She had lice, and two things that lice does not like, and it's coconut oil or anything coconut, and it doesn't like Listerine. So we would put Listerine on her head and wash her with coconut oil or coconut. We use like coconut conditioner, and it got rid of it. It also gets rid of ticks. So that's really good to know. So summer and stuff is coming up. So if you have Listerine in your house, it gets rid. You could just place some on a cotton ball, and then you can cover the tick for 10 to 15 seconds, and the tick will just you can just remove it with tweezers after that, which is actually really cool. Epsom salt in a tub and mint. Oh yeah. Yeah, we just don't have we redid our bathroom, and when we did, we thought about it. It was like, we're getting older. Do we really need a bathtub? Like, think about it. Like, we're always going to have a shower in here. We don't really need a tub. So what we did is we just put in a shower. We don't ever take baths, so it worked out well for us. And plus, when you're like 80, you don't need a bathtub anyway. You usually just take a shower. Hey, Hedgehog, thanks for coming in. Okay, so Listerine can be used for lots of different stuff. It can treat itchy skin, cleans up blisters and wounds. Good for I heard of that, but I never done it. It's good for toenail fungus, and it kills molds, and mildew. But you can use it to get rid of ticks this summer, just by placing some Listerine on a cotton ball, put it on over the tick for 10 to 15 seconds, and you should just be able to release. By the way, Listerine is super potent. So if you use it, I know when I put it in my mouth, it hurts like hell. So I can imagine that it would just like get rid of a tick instantly. So that's something to think about. Okay, so it's going to go into other things. It's going to go into raw honey. So we can talk about that. Raw honey is antibacterial, antimicrobial, and an anti-inflammatory. Raw honey is so good for you. Okay. Um, so you can use it for burns, all different kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's good to see you, Hedgehog. Um, I know you've been super busy. Cough suppressant, that's another thing. So I was just sick and I used I had did a horehound infused honey, and we used a whole thing of it. It kills germs and helps the wound heal. If you apply it directly to burns, infected wounds, diabetic foot ulcers, it's good for that. Psoriasis, herpes. You can apply it to a layer directly on the skin and apply it to with a bandage, like put a bandage over it if you want. Yeah, they do. So you have to be careful with that as well. You could just buy like the regular Listerine that doesn't have anything in it. Oh, that's cool. That's good. Let me know how that turns out, Ginger. Um, but yeah, so it's antibacterial and anti-inflammatory. So a lot of people say that it's good for allergies, but I did a lot of research on that, and there has been no proven anything on that. However, I have done it. I've taken a teaspoon of raw honey in the morning, and right, like if you start it right now before spring and all the allergies start, um it does help. I have noticed that. I don't know if it's a placebo effect because I'm taking it and I'm thinking it's helping me. I'm not sure. However, it could help you. So try it. See if it works for your allergies. It does have to be local honey. It can't just be like you bought some honey from Australia because that would not help you. Thanks, Wickshire. However, I don't tan. Thank you. I don't go in the sun. And when I do go in the sun, I wear a huge hat. So, hello, Mary Ranch. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. So, honey is a cough suppressant. And I think we all know that. You can make cough syrups infused with botanicals and herbs to help you. And that's what I did with the horehound. So, um, so try it. See what it does for you. Find a local beekeeper and buy it from them. It says it helps with ulcers. So, diabetic ulcers, stuff like that. Interesting. It says here allergies. Local raw honey may help with seasonal allergies. I use it in conjunction with stinging nettle tincture. Interesting. I have stinging nettle tea. So, yeah, you can combine them both. It'll help, it says. Lowers blood pressure, lowers cholesterol, and they obviously never give raw honey to anyone that's under 1 years of age. Hmm. And I always wondered about this, about replacing regular sugar with honey, because sugar is sugar, but honey is still good for you. Hello, Michelle Crochets in Kansas. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. So I've always wondered about that. So honey is considered a healthy sugar, it says. So replacing sugar with honey lowers triglycerides levels, which are associated with insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. So it's very good for you guys. So take honey. And it can help lower your cholesterol. So that's really good. I always wondered about that because people have said, well, I've taken honey and my sugar is still high. So I don't know. Why are you throwing nickels at people? Wickshire? Goofy. So this book is very interesting. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is turmeric and curcumin. And I see that all the time when you take turmeric pills. It will say slash curcumin or whatever it's called. The medical use for that, it's an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, antioxidant. Oh, it also says it helps prevent or helps improve, not prevent, helps improve brain function, lower risks of brain disease, including Alzheimer's disease and depression. Very interesting. Arthritis, cancer prevention. I don't know about that. I'm not a doctor, but they said it helps. Promotes wound healing. Reduces cholesterol, lowers the risk of heart disease. However, people like my mom who are on a blood thinner, you have to be really careful is taking this. And pregnant women have to because it slows the clotting of your blood. So it's a blood thinner, which also may be good during a time where you can't get a blood thinner. Something to think about and something to maybe test out. Oh, that's good, Ginger. I didn't know that. When turmeric needs to make sure it is standardized, and most forget to add the black pepper. Yeah, what does the black pepper do? Because I can't remember, and it doesn't say in this book at all. I don't know. Oh, here it is. When using turmeric with black pepper, increases the absorption by 2,000%. Okay. That's interesting because, okay, say for instance, like my husband, I gave him turmeric when he had torn his rotator cuff. It was like 2 days in, he didn't want to go to the doctor. He tore his rotator cuff and I made him turmeric tea and told him, I said, take this. And it did help him. So if I would have added black pepper, it would have absorbed it quicker and it would have worked by 2,000%. That's very, very interesting. And actually, I've seen it. I've seen turmeric black pepper pills. I've seen that. You got to throw 20 the Ginger Ninja to get her to move. So that's very interesting. So it sounds like to me the turmeric is really just something you want to keep around the house. It's very good for you. It's a very strong anti-inflammatory. Probably works really better if you mix it with pepper. Probably works 10 times better than like Advil or something like that. Okay, so if you get it standardized, that means that there's no fillers or any weird crap in it. It's just straight up turmeric. I just had there was no fillers in mine. It's straight up turmeric powder. It was organic. I just got it from the grocery store. In the spice section. Hey, what's up? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate ya. I use that in my coffee and cinnamon. Good idea. Good idea. Cinnamon works with blood sugar, and turmeric helps with inflammatory stuff. So, okay, that's at the back of this book, the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. If you want to purchase this book, make sure you do your research because there's a lot of ripoffs of this book. Okay, so make sure that it's a complete guide, that it's complete, and all of that good stuff. But this book so far is pretty interesting. Has a lot of cool and remedies in it. However, it did not give me an herbal remedy for an antibiotic, which I thought it would. So I'm going to look again. And that's kind of what I was on the search for. I hate that they say that for for congestion and bronchitis that they go straight to anise, and I hate the smell of that. I hate black licorice. Blech. Very interesting stuff in this book, though. I love going over this, and I'm glad that you guys are interested. Now we have 15 people in here, so I appreciate you guys for coming in. I really do. In the beginning of this book, it talks about all different kinds of stuff, how to do infusions, teas, stuff like that. It's basically self-explanatory. Oh, I don't know what that is. Usni? Oh, I don't like licorice. But we appreciate you too. Aw. Thank you for coming in. Bye, Hedgehog. I know you got a lot of stuff going on. New house, painting, and everything else. Crazy. I think the one thing to me that would be a little bit foreign is making a salve for anything. I've made oils, I've done infusions, I've done tinctures. However, I've never made a salve. It requires beeswax and stuff like that, and I just don't have money to mess around with that kind of stuff. Oils are really easy to make. Poultices are really easy to make too. Yeah, so that's really cool. Oh, it says here how to make a field. Okay, so this book is really interesting. And here it says how to make a field poultice, which is really cool. So you can use plantain and stuff like that. Okay, well then I will look that up, and I'm gonna write that down because I didn't write it down last time you told me or something. I've never even heard of that, so I'm gonna have to research it too. Cool. Fig milk, huh? Interesting. Yeah. Huh. Now the poke root, I don't know what that is. Is that like the poke plant that grows wild? Is that what you're talking about? That poisonous plant? I don't know if I want to mess with that. I started sewing my first winter jugs. Oh, cool, cool. Yeah, I have to get that started here in the next 2 days here. So, of course, they actually, of course, talk about aloe vera a lot in here. They talk about anise, which I can't stand. And by the way, I'm pronouncing it anise because it's really easy to pronounce it anus. So I'm trying to avoid that. I actually bought some hyssop, and I wanted to grow some of it. They say ashwagandha, which you see everywhere. I have black-eyed Susans planted, and apparently that is an herbal remedy as well. I didn't know that. I just like them. Hello, Grayman. Welcome back. Oh, God. The snow. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I got pokeweed everywhere. And yes, people are scared shitless of it. It does look dangerous when you look at it. It gives off all different kinds of warning signs when you look at it. However, I've heard people drinking pokeweed tea, um, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's poisonous. You got to be careful. Oh, your hyssop has germinated. Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna start my either I'm gonna start my seeds today or tomorrow or this weekend. Okay, well, I'll go out there and I'll treat her with respect when I'm cutting her down with my freaking weed whacker. What are you chitting, Star? What are you chitting? Okay, cool. I'll have to check it out always. I didn't know that. I know you do a lot of stuff. Oh, okay. So you're chitting seeds and bell pepper seeds. Cool. Oh, that's cool. Does it taste good though? Does the dandelion tea taste good? I don't know. People say that it tastes more like a fungus, that it tastes like a mushroom. I don't know. But anyway, I highly suggest getting this book. I can't go over everything in this book, obviously. Um, this actually just struck me as very interesting. You know, the bottle gourd that you get, you can actually use it and eat it. It's good for boils, skin infections, irritation, headaches, memory loss, depression, and senile. Hmm, interesting. Yeah, says gourds can be bitter. I wondered about that. I'm like, I don't know if I just want to go around eating gourds. It helps with diabetes. Yeah, he's a real Indian. He's from India. Just like his women. Oh, Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord, y'all. Good Lord. So there's so many things. Cabbage is really good for you. Actually, sauerkraut is super good for you and super good for your stomach. If you can eat, that's the one thing though, is like if you eat sauerkraut every day, it may be good for your stomach, but it's not good for other people. So if you live by yourself or you don't ever plan on going anywhere, eat sauerkraut every day. I'll put the link out there. So if anybody wants to come up, I know I put it out earlier. Anybody wants to come up for a little while, I can do a little while longer, and then I got to get moving. But this might be a regular thing for me, because I can't do a whole lot at night that much anymore. my life has changed upside down. Now I feel like I'm in a Will Smith movie or something. But get the book. It's very interesting. There's a lot of good stuff in here. I love the pictures. I'm a picture person. If there's not a picture in a book, I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to lie. I am a picture type of person. And for plants and herbal medicines and stuff, you almost have to have a picture. I love sauerkraut too. If you want to be on my panel, yes, you have to be dressed, Wickeshire. Yes, he's always in the future. He is. He is. Bye, CR. Have a good day. And don't forget, you guys, you can become a member of my channel for as little as 99 cents a month. I'm always looking for new members to join the Poop Troop. I'd appreciate it. And it helps out my channel and everything else. And I periodically do giveaways when my funding for that is good. Yes, sausage with sauerkraut. That sounds good. Hello, Huga. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for being a pooper. Oh, that's nice of you. Thank you, Garden State Gardener. Oh, and I went to Shawnee Schaff. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I don't think she's ever been a member here. So that's cool. Yeah, those are all of my emojis. They all have milestones to them, what they meant, and stuff like that, which is really funny. Oh, I don't like crawfish. Mm-mm. Oh, I don't know about that, y'all. Mm-mm. Whoa, there we go. I used to have a zombie. Now it went to a dinosaur. I don't know. I liked the zombie. The zombie was great. No, 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 no. You like crawfish too, Star? Yuck. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you're here. Hopefully, hey, Marshmallow Man, thanks for coming in. Hopefully this was worth it, doing a live this afternoon. You know, I don't know what's going on. YouTube I don't have as many views as I once had. Stuff like that. And so it's frustrating. I'm getting frustrated with YouTube. So there's that. Oh, I don't like crawfish. No way. Mm-mm. Yeah, I might start doing a morning show. Oh, Lord. I don't know, though. We'll see. I might have to. Yeah, if you have gout, cherry juice is really good for it, and it's also good for your kidneys, um, diabetes and such. Has to be pure cherry juice, though. It cannot be like cocktail or anything like that. It has to be legit, the real stuff. Dancing alone with rentals. Well, that's good. Dancing alone. Oh, hello. Hello, Marshmallow Man. Wickeshire. Wickeshire. Dude, I am so hungry. I might just go and get something to eat. Ugh. Somebody called my rooster the prince. Yes, he is a prince. My rooster is the bomb. Cherry juice is really good for your kidneys. Water is really good for your kidneys. Um, to be honest, I don't know. I don't know what all is good for your kidneys. Cranberry juice is really good for your kidneys. I can look it up though. Let me see in my nice book here. Hmm. Hmm. I hate how they have this labeled though because it doesn't. I don't like that. But kidneys, page 44. Okay, let's see. They say choke cherry is really good. Lungwort, goldenrod. So you can make a goldenrod tincture, which a lot of people don't know that you can actually eat goldenrod. Bearberries are really good. Bilberries are really good. Dandelion, goldenrod, burdock, milk thistle, Queen Anne's lace, which I wouldn't really go into Queen Anne's lace because um, you could very well get that confused with other things that could be poisonous. Sassafras and the Usnina, the whatever that is, that old ways talked about. 277 is the page. Let me see here. I don't even know how it's pronounced, to be honest. Oh, come on. Dear Lord. Okay, I want to actually see what this looks like too. Okay. Lichen. Usnea, lichen. Lichen. It's good for infections. It's edible. Good for staph, MRSA, strep throat. It's a powerful antiviral. And it helps. Oh wow. Skin problems, yeast infections, thrush, atlas foot. Wow, it's a really interesting. It does lots of things. It's really good for your kidneys too. So that's really cool. It's also known as old man's beard. It's like Spanish moss. Okay. Oh, it's considered endangered. Oh, that's horrible. Very interesting. Okay. says Eusina can be, or I'll just call it old man's beard because that's so easy to remember that. Can be found in hanging from a bark of trees, long strands of old man's beard. It can be distinguished from other lichens by the stretchy inner fibers, its exclusive white core. It's gray-green in color and can take many different forms. It prefers to grow in areas with a lot of rainfall. Oh, that'd be Northeast Ohio. It has to be growing here. Has to be, because they even say that Northeast Ohio gets more rain than Seattle, Washington. So that's very interesting. I'm going to mark that page in this book so I can read more about it. Hello, Mama Bear. Thank you for being a pooper, and thank you for coming in, girl. Appreciate you. Yeah, that's really interesting. Old man's beard. Definitely do some research on that, and I definitely check and see if I can grow it. Helps with dandruff, ringworm. I mean, there's a whole line of stuff that it can help. Oh wow, there's another page. Sorry. Oh, okay. It says old man's beard is a highly concentrated medicine, should not be taken continuously in large doses. Take it as needed in specific problems. Personally, it says in the book, I personally use a spray in my throat often to prevent for illness, but that is very low dose. And obviously, you don't use it if you're breastfeeding or pregnant. And don't use it if it's near the roadways, industrial areas, and on waste areas. This tea is an ineffective as a delivery method to access all the medicinal active compounds of this of gray man's beard. It says personally, I use a tincture, double the extract and water and alcohol to access all of the medicinal compounds. So it's best if you make it into a tincture. Interesting, good stuff. Thank you for letting us know about old ways too. It's very interesting stuff. Yes, this is called, and you'll see it advertised everywhere. There for a while, it was advertised all over Facebook, but this is called, sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. When you purchase or look at this book, please make sure it's the real deal. There's a lot of ripoffs out there. Let me see if I can find it on the internet, and I'll send a link. The book was expensive. It's $42 on Amazon. Here is a link to it, but please make sure that it's the right link and that it's the right book, because there's been lots of ripoffs of this book. Here's the link. Oh, I can't even put it in there. What the hell? Too much. I'll just write it in here. Sorry, guys. It's by Nicole Appellation. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I'm horrible with names. and Claude Davis. There it is right there. I didn't post anything yet because the link was too big, but that's it right there. And I'll tag it to the top of this. There you go. It's a good book. You're welcome, Mary Ranch. Yeah, I can't pronounce her name. Apelian. Apelin. Apelin. Oh man, stretching now, stretching. Oh, okay, Ginger. Yeah, I don't know. If you guys are talking about East Palestine, Ohio, yeah, I'm completely angry about it. I don't know what if I can talk about it on YouTube though. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm like an hour and a half away from that location, but I'm north of it, so I'm not anywhere near the location of it. But yes, it makes me mad. Um, yeah, I don't know if I could talk about it. There's YouTube does so many weird things, and so I haven't got a notice or anything. I know there were specific things before with what's going on in other countries, and it posted it in my AdSense that I could not talk about it, otherwise I would not get paid. No. Okay, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. This was just like a candid thing. It was a random pop-up live. I've been on for an hour and a half almost now. So I'm going to go ahead and end the chat. I might do earlier ones like this more often, depending on how tired I am when I drop off Fred. But I really thank you and appreciate all of my members. Thank you for popping in. And thank you for coming in. And share us out, help out the channel, become a member if you're not already a member. That really helps me out. And I really appreciate it. Oh, you like the morning chats? Cool, cool. I might do them more often now that I'm taking my son to school in the morning. So that might happen more often. And I look forward to more videos coming out because it's gardening season and that's what I do. So gotta go squeeze the chickens for breakfast. Oh, good luck. Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention something. My chickens are laying. And yesterday, this is so funny, right? I have olive eggers, I have Easter eggers, and I have barred rocks, and then I have the leghorns, the leghorns. And so we've been getting leghorn eggs. That's fine. But I got yesterday, I got a blue egg, a green egg, and a brown egg. So they are starting to lay finally after months and months and months and months of not laying at all. And so I'm really happy about that. It's not the light. We had the Tractor Supply food. That was a huge issue. And they stopped laying in September, and we didn't understand why. And then everybody else started having the same issues. And so we switched our food and did some other things, and they're starting to lay again. Yeah, no, I don't want a fresh egg. That's gross. Oh. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And hopefully you can look forward to more morning show stuff. Maybe I will do a morning show. Um, And thank you so much for supporting Whyde Family Farm and my YouTube channel. It's my baby. I worked very hard at this. So thank you guys so much. And we will see you all Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, sorry, Eastern Standard Time. I started doing my Wednesdays early. So if you want to catch a show in early evening, it's 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, sorry, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday nights. So we will see you all then, and you have a wonderful day. I keep saying night because I'm used to nights. Have a wonderful day, y'all. Bye.